You were just breaking up badly to me. I think they've installed kryptonite in the building. It's got to be kryptonite, hasn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
They look super tall.
6'7". Oh, yeah.
Are in there.
Yeah, I know. They look like giants. I look like
Oh, we can't. No. Like, this is the Facebook one. Does that one.
Just going to sneak through here.
Ai noho mai koutou, please be seated. A tēnei te rūrū te kaukau mai nei ki hai mā whiti ki hai mā raka tū pokanua te rūrū te re ko he pō he ao kāwatia a tihei Māori ora. A tika tuatahi ke te mihi i ngā mate. E te koro wai o te pauritanga o te hāpuri ke kunei i ngā mate o te taone nei. Haere, haere, haere o te rā. E ngā mate o ia marae o ia whānau, takoto mai haere, haere ki Hawaii nui, Hawaii roa, Hawaii pāmamao, ki te taha hi o tātou tupuna. E reira kua wai hō haha matu te pō ki te pō ka hoki mai ke te ao, kāti. E ngā manuhiri tuaraki, whānui o te ākunga i tēnei rā. Kātū tēnei ke te mihi me haro ki a koutou katoa. Nau mai, haere mai. Haere mai ke te wahi paunamu, ke te whenua o te uri o tahu pōtiki, i raro i te maru o te mauka āriki, kuaoraki, i Wānganui, te mana o te whenua, ngai tuahuriri. Nau reira nei te tai o maha nui i mihi atu ki a koutou katoa, i ngā waitapu i riri ana e te noko a te whenua. Oku tuakana, oku tuahine, ngā rangatira, nau mai, haere mai. Nau mai, haere mai, e te hui o te whare wānanga o Waitaha Hoki. Nau reira, ngā mihi. I ngā ākunga o te rāngai pūtaiao, me te rāngai toi tangata. Kua tai mai mātou kei konei, ki a rātou i ngā whānui, kua tai mai ke te mihi me haro, ke te mihi aroha ki a koutou mahi rangatiratanga o te whare wānanga nei. Koutou ngā ākunga, kua puta ngā tauihu o ngā waka, kua eki pānuku, eki tangaroa e te rā. Kua tai pai o koutou waka ki uta, kua eki ngia te mōtū poki, te moana poki, nau reira ngā aro maunga o te mōtū. Tēnā koutou. E te mana o tēnei taha, a tuatahi, te tumu kaunihira, a tēnā rā koe Sue kōrua ko te tumu whakarai, Cheryl, ngā mihi ki o kōrua, anō ngā amorangi, a Wendy kōrua ko Jonathan, koutou katoa, ngā ākonga, ngā pukenga, ngā kaimahi, rangatira, āwhina o ngā ākonga. Tēnei te mihaura ke te whakamana, te hui whakihirihira mō tātou. Nau reira, tēnā koutou. Tika anō ki te mihi e te tumu whakarai o te whare wānanga o Aoraki, a tēnā rā koe Bruce, i manaki mai, a ta kaupapa o te rā. Anō te rangatira o te hui nei, a tēnā rā koe Liz. E te rangatira wahine o te kaupapa, te toi tangata, te kaupapa o te rā, ara e te kāhui o te mātauranga, tēnā rā koe e te whaia. Koutou katoa, ngā mihi. Good morning. It is a privilege on behalf of Ngai Tahu to stand alongside the University of Canterbury and be afforded the first warm words of welcome. By way of abbreviated translation, my acknowledgements to those who have passed, and particularly the cloak of sadness that this community has suffered and managed through in this last few weeks. I also acknowledge those of our descendants who have passed in recent times, near and far, and ultimately to the people of the living, to the guests, family, friends of the esteemed graduates of today, my extended welcome to you. Welcome to the South Island, particularly welcome amongst the communities of Ngai Tahu and welcome amongst the local people of Tuahuriri. To the graduands, we on this side and those surrounding you are here to celebrate your success. And on behalf of Ngai Tahu and in the esteemed speakers that will follow, my acknowledgement personally and as an iwi to you all in the success of graduating this day. It is a delight to see your faces and it is a delight to celebrate in your success. And to the guests and esteemed leadership on this side, I acknowledge those in senior management on council and the staff who have supported your journey and our celebration this day. On behalf of Ngāi Tahu, welcome once, welcome twice, welcome thrice. Kia ora.
Manu te rea,
Manu te rea, manu e rohia ki te poho o te raka, kātou re re re, kātou mai te ruhi, e tau e koia. Koia koutou rariki ki mai i Maui, e hara e te hitu me te waru e tau e koia, koia.
Tēnā koutua. Kua hui hui mai, iti nei rā, iti mana whenua, kei te mahi. Kia ora and welcome to all of you who are gathered here today with special acknowledgement of mana whenua. I invite all present to stand, remove trenches and join in the singing, the Maori and English versions of the first verse of the National Anthem, as in your program and as displayed on the screens behind me. Kia ora, and welcome to this University of Canterbury graduation ceremony. And welcome back to the Town Hall after 8 years. What a wonderful occasion and a wonderful environment. We are back home. I would also like to welcome our newly appointed Vice-Chancellor, Professor Cheryl Delaray, to her first University of Canterbury graduation ceremonies. Ko Sue McCormick, tōku ingoa, your newly elected Chancellor as from 1 January 2019. As you will be able to tell, I'm a beginner on the Te Reo journey, and I encourage all of you to join me on that journey. We are all here today to celebrate your achievements and your hard work, to pay thanks to your lecturers, tutors, mentors, who have taught and guided you, and for some to mark the end of your time at the University of Canterbury, and for others the beginning of higher studies. It is also a time to thank your family, whānau and friends who have supported you, encouraged you, and picked you up when you needed it most. Today, your family and friends are here to celebrate your success with you. As a university and as a society, we often contemplate the place and value of tertiary education. What can it offer? What do we gain from it? And how can we justify it? These questions elicit a diversity of responses depending on who you ask. An arts graduate may tell you about the challenges of an increasingly complex, globally connected and unpredictable world, and the value of the social, the thoughtful and the analytical to our well-being and to the planet. You, our science graduates, you may tell about the ways that our humanity and social interactions can translate into technology that seeks to address global issues such as climate change, food security, and the future of work. Our engineering graduates may tell you about adapting that technology into practical designs that meet the functional needs of our lives in the modern world. Our business and law graduates may tell you about fostering innovation and enterprise and the importance of linking technological innovation with industry here and around the world. Our education, health, and human development graduates may tell you about the crucial role of health, education, and well-being in the lives of our children, adults, and in our communities. At the heart of this diversity of thought is a key message. We are united in our quest for improving our lives and the lives of others. A united vision of making the world a better place. We should all reap the benefit of each other's successes. I wasn't planning on talking about our recovery from the earthquakes. However, as a result of the terrorist attack on the 15th of March, I feel that I must go back there yet again. In our city, we've had to deal with loss as a result of a natural disaster. We have lost loved ones. We lost our city, all caused by a natural event. This university and this city has rebuilt its buildings so that we can be safe in the natural environment. However, this is the first time in most of our lifetimes that we've had to deal with an atrocity in our city, in our country, something caused by the human hand and not by Mother Nature. On the 15th of March, we lost 50 innocent lives in our Muslim whānau. They were not only family members, but they were community members. We must learn from this. We need not only safer buildings, we need more than bricks and mortar. We now need to work together to help build back our soul. And together, all of us, we can do this. We can do this by understanding and acknowledging human rights and the place of the treaty in society, by acknowledging how our history of racism has built systemic inequality, and by actively seeking a cultural change. At university, you have learned how to learn. We can now learn, and we can build not only a physical, but a social environment that is warm, welcoming, diverse, and thriving. My challenge to you all is to show the world how your University of Canterbury education and experience has enabled you to develop the skills and the character to make a tangible contribution to your whānau, friends, workplace, and communities. No matter the scale, your kindness, your acts of courage, your academic rigour, your leadership, your hard work and your passion can be harnessed for change. That change requires you to translate your skills into action. You have the knowledge and you have the education. You have been taught how to think. You have been taught how to analyse, and you have been taught how to discern. As we are all too aware, throughout the world, attempts are being made to divide, to marginalise, and to other. At the University of Canterbury, there is no other. We expect from our students and from our colleagues and graduates, citizens who stand up to racism, hatred, and violence, and treat others with respect and kindness. You are now, more than ever, fundamental to achieving a peaceful and thriving society. Use your skills, use your head, and use your hearts. Our individual successes are only achieved and measured through our collective successes. Speak up, have a voice, be honest and open, communicate and discuss. Don't be afraid. You know what is right, but sometimes to do right takes courage to speak out. As newly qualified graduates, you can use your recent learnings to build a better city, a better country, and a better world. There's a lot to be done in this world, and I encourage you all now to go out and do it. Most importantly, though, also have fun-filled and wonderful and happy lives. Enjoy your life in New Zealand or wherever you are in the world. We know how hard you have worked, how committed and dedicated you have been to get to this very special moment. And when you graduate, you will become University of Canterbury alumni and will always be a part of this university wherever you are. Hei mihi nui, kia koutou katoa. Congratulations to you all. I now convene a ceremony of the University of Canterbury for the conferment of degrees and the receipt of diplomas. In the name of the University of Canterbury, I, Susan Mary Anna McCormick, Chancellor, now confer degrees in the University upon those who are about to be presented. I call on the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Cheryl Delaray, to introduce those who will present the graduands.
I call upon the Associate Dean of Postgraduate Research, Associate Professor Bronwyn Hayward, to present the doctoral graduates.
Doctoral degrees are the highest academic qualifications awarded by the University of Canterbury. They're a mark of intellectual ability, critical thinking, and independence. In your graduation program, there is a short description of the research conducted by each of the doctoral graduands. As each walks across the stage, the title of their doctoral thesis will appear on the screen, and members of their supervisory team here on stage will stand to acknowledge the student's achievement. Chancellor, I have the honour to present these graduands for the conferment of degrees. Doctor of Philosophy and Master of Science with distinction, Lisa Vandenbroek in Medical Physics. Doctor of Philosophy and Postgraduate Diploma in Clinical Psychology, Philippa Kate Rehana in Psychology. Hannah Mary Louise Retallick Brown in Psychology. Dominic Asong Dinga Wananki, Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry. Catherine Elizabeth Collins in Biological Sciences. Jacinta Renee Cording in psychology. Tomislav Flikac in biological sciences. Jeffrey Kevin Ford in political science. Fiona Mary Given in biochemistry. Koo Cho Jung in political science and international relations. Seiling Kwong in speech and language sciences. Karen Jeffrey McKenzie in geography. Lucy Suzanne Moore in psychology. Adipate Ramat Mustafa Goiki in media and communication. Karen Brenda Manka Ing in speech and language sciences. Peter Ozzy Nakachuku no Keike in political science and international relations. Hannah Mahoney Preble in biochemistry. Hui Xiao in media and communication. Angel Dimitrov Trendafilov in history. Jeffrey Dean Willis in absentia in political science. Hui Ye in biochemistry.
Associate Dean of Arts, Associate Professor Richard Bullen, to present the graduates in his college.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present these graduands for the conferment of degrees and the receipt of diplomas. Master of Arts with Distinction and Postgraduate Diploma in Clinical Psychology, Abby Louise Schultz. Masters of Arts with Distinction, Thomas Robert Gilmore in History. Tundiwe Rose Parker in History. Elizabeth Michelle Ralston in History. Master of Arts with Merit, Amy Louise Duff in History. Masters of International Relations and Diplomacy with Distinction, Jasmine Rose Andrews. Marcus James Cole. Nicola Ann Haley. Melina Shannon Kennedy. Samuel Aidan Furlong. Marcus Gray Charles Remington. William Alexander Struthers. Masters of International Relations and Diplomacy with Merit, Farahia Binti Aminuddin. Sarah Elizabeth Rose Graham. Joseph Daniel Beaumont Mansell. Masters of International Relations and Diplomacy, Lee Marie Campbell. Kit Seamus Austin Hunter Welsh. Mele Iseta Salote Latu. Master of Policy and Governance with Distinction and Bachelor of Commerce, Rosalinda Grace Pearce. Masters of Policy and Governance with Distinction, Laura Cooper Barnett. Kendall Margaret Pamela Bragg. Samuel Walter Kinley. Ruby Ann Francis Morris. Laura Veronica Moreno Duran. Tan Rhea Somerville Fletcher. Master of Policy and Governance with Merit, Adam Craig Partridge. Jessica Kate Price. Robert Peter Wilson. Master of European Union Studies with Distinction, Ashley Kate Stewart. Masters of Strategic Communication with Distinction, Boya Chen. Jake Thomas Chin. Emanuela Elizabeth de Ruyter. Masters of Strategic Communication with Merit, Jianing Jiang. Emma Sophie McIsaac. Lucy Jane Scannell. Master of Strategic Communication, Hannah Jane Milne. Postgraduate Diploma in Arts with Distinction, Sophie Suzanne Paulette Waretini in Psychology. Postgraduate Certificate in Arts, Beatrice Maida, in English. Postgraduate diplomas in journalism, Georgina Mary Oldfield. Matthew MacDonald Slaughter. Bachelors of Arts with First Class Honours, Magnus Joshua Alistair. Zoe Alexandra Barczyk. Saradia Katarina Hen McCann. Emily Jane Hills. Isabel Arwen Hitchings. Amy Jane McLaughlin. Olivia Page Miller. Ella Elizabeth Roberts Smith. Amy Nicole Wilkinson. Bachelors of Arts with Second Class Honours, Division 1, Cameron James Anglesey. Michaela Elizabeth Simpson. Craig Kerry Westenberg. Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Laws, Christopher Graham Vincent. Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Criminal Justice, Claudia Rekha Prasad. Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Fine Arts, Charlotte Mary Jackson. Bachelors of Arts, Cameron Dalton Archibald. Millie Grace Benton. Samantha Margaret Bridge. Jacob Paul Butson. Annie Chen. Rose Mary Clark. Olivia Grace Collinswood. Georgia Gayleen Coppin. Grace Olivia Dawson. Lindsay Isabella Dunn. Cameron Mitchell-Eade. James Boyd Edder. Rhiannon Lee Joyce Ems. Ekna Philippe Karen Stasia Fivet. Jonathan Peter Fowler. Brennan William Galpin. Beatrice Carol Gooding. Dominic Douglas Grace. Adam Robert Griffin. Millie Elizabeth Hanford. Lily Nancy Grace Hayden. James Robin Hurren. Margaret Ann Hurton. Imogen Sylvia Jex Blake. Kenya Ebony Kavanagh Vincent. April Grace Kerr. Alexander Terpstra Lamb. Hannah Charlotte Leckie. Harrison William Anthony McPherson. Esther Jean Malcolm. Eva Poppy Malthus. Clarissa Mary Lynn May Whitley Morrison. Ailish Phoebe Mowat Gainsford. Amy Jo Murray. Cameron Richard O'Brien. Brittany Grace Ogden Travis. Mustafa Abdul Qadir Osman. Amy Jill Parsons. Vivian Jane Pooley. Grace Elizabeth Rackley. Amelia Jane Rhodes. Rebecca Elise Roberts. Jenna Lee Scadden. Claudia Danielle Selwood. Shadman Sharman. Jean Redmond Shaw. Georgia Amy Sherlock. Tyler Elton Smith. Henrietta Hayward Thomas. Tuanui David Tipani Matua. Christopher David Turner. Vashti Elizabeth Khan Waldron. Natalie Rose Welsh. Christine Greta Wilcox. Christopher Brian Williams. Louise Elizabeth Woolhouse. Michaela Ellen Wooler. Dominic Sebastian Stangl Janzik. Wee Op. Certificate in Arts, Jaden John Lee Morgan. Bachelor of Social Work with Second Class Honours, Division 1, Whitney Ann Ty Hurley. Master of Fine Arts with Distinction, Sandra Faye Hussey. Bachelor of Fine Arts with Second Class Honours, Division 2, Patrick William Francis Ryan. Bachelors of Fine Arts, Annabelle Elise Allison Ambrosius. Monique Teatu Berard. James David Booth. Fissy Bell Hope Richmond Carrasco. Samantha Tapara Hay. Thomas John Stevenson Herman. Ella Christine Hickford. Megan Elizabeth Hopkins. Michaela Alice Irvine. Liam Dennis James Lyons. Nina Tirata Etu Mania Oberg Humphreys. Lee Douglas Taylor Richardson. Elise Sarah Schroeder. Bachelor of Music, Umeka Maria Hildreth.
I call upon the Dean of Science, Professor Janet Carter, to present the graduands in her college.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present these graduands for the conferment of degrees and the receipt of diplomas and certificates. Masters of Science with Distinction, Hadley Joseph Anderson. Catherine Honora Mary Boyle. Janina K. Gillies. Sean Alex Goodall. Lauren Grace Sheet. Catherine Olivia Sullivan. Masters of Science with Merit, Hannah May Livingstone. Kezia Marilyn Stock. Master of Science with First Class Honours, Sam Nesbitt. Masters of Science with Second Class Honours, Division 1, Harriet Caroline Patricia Culling. Nashanti Selvaraj. Masters of Science with Second Class Honours, Division 2, Beth Jolly Vanderhaven. Master of Science and Postgraduate Diploma in Clinical Psychology, Siobhan Allen Lockie. Master of Science, Hannah Curry. Master of Urban Resilience and Renewal with Distinction, Laura Jane Dance. Professional Masters of Engineering Geology with Distinction, Mohammed Hanif bin Mohammed Jamal Hossein. Thomas Wooding. Professional Masters of Engineering Geology with Merit, Christian Anthony Fairley. Professional Master of Engineering Geology, Patrick James Nichol.
This morning's musical interlude will be performed by Daniel Cooper. Daniel Cooper is a Master of Music student here at the University of Canterbury, studying conducting with Professor Mark Menzies. In 2018, Daniel graduated from the University of Canterbury with a Bachelor of Music with first-class honours in performance organ under teacher Paul Ellis. Alongside his studies, Daniel works as a freelance performer, conductor and teacher in Christchurch. His current musical leadership roles include Director of Music and organist at the Knox Presbyterian Church and Director of the Christchurch Lede Tafel male voice choir, founded in 1885. Daniel is particularly passionate about directing, performing and champions particular masterworks for organ, choir and orchestra. In 2018, he was responsible for several New Zealand premieres of music by Philip Glass, Arvo Part, John Cage and Lamont Young. Daniel enjoys challenging audience expectations and introducing new ways of thinking, engaging and listening to music, and today's performance will reflect this. Piece Diog was Johann Sebastian Bach was probably composed between 1708 and 1717 during the composer's second visit to the German city of Weimar. The two outer sections of the work have been entirely reinvented for today's performance with an aim to capture the resonant acoustics and wide variety of sounds that the town hall organ can produce. It is my pleasure to invite Daniel Cooper to perform for you.
Masters of Disaster Risk and Resilience with distinction, Danielle Mary Barnhill. Sophie Louise Horsfall. Min Gu Jun. Rachel Musgrave. Justin Elaide Rivard. Master of Disaster Risk and Resilience with Merit, Harry David Wilson. Masters of Applied Data Science with distinction, Nicholas David Belsky. Felix James Carroll. Yuji Trey. Samuel Jaden Davidson. Ying Chi Lee. Mei Lu. Bianca Catherine McKinnon-Gee. Pratik Mohit Mehta. Tushar Mehta. Oliver Simonson Partridge. Dhruv Sharma. Jamika Thakur. Masters of Applied Data Science with Merit, Munvir Kaur Bula. Varachita Kindap Kathu. Sanjay Kunduli Sashidaran. Hiroyuki Nizu. Anmes Joyti Neaton. Catherine Ann Stewart. Postgraduate diplomas in science with distinction, George Campbell Murfield. Nicola Joy Thomas. Postgraduate diplomas in science with merit, Brooke Alexandra Clark. Brendan Lewis. Postgraduate diplomas in science, Colin Dean Wilson Douglas. Jagrup Kaur. Postgraduate diplomas in applied data science with distinction, Vignesh Illumalay. Manoj Silvakumar. Postgraduate diploma in applied data science, Bikramjit Singh. Postgraduate diplomas in clinical psychology, Chandel Leanne Butler. Elizabeth Ann Milne. Postgraduate certificates in Antarctic Studies with merit, Cayman Thor Ingle. Joseph Alexander Snodgrass. Bachelor of Science with First Class Honours, Harry Edward Clarence Wong, Senior Scholar. Elizabeth Cosmic George. Simon James Patchett. Bachelors of Science and Bachelors of Arts, Matthew Timothy Ben Jamos. Brooke Louise Matthews. Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Engineering with Third Class Honours, Mohammed Osama Shahid. Bachelors of Science, Nicholas George Dyer Adams. Riley James Aitken. Claudia Catherine Allen. Megan Olivia Baker. Charlotte Jane Baxter. Logan James Beard. Matthew John Bell. Matthew Balworthy Leithwaite. Andrew Benjamin Bessian. Courtney Charlotte Bracefield. Megan Sarah Brown. Samuel Jacob Wiley Buckner. David Paul Chapman. Cameron Lawrence Chappell. Callum Patrick Coombe. Harvey Roger Cudmore Neame. Christopher Stephen Dawson. Marcus Christopher Dooney. Alexander James Duthie. Thomas William Kelly Eatson. Augustus William Malum. Alice Marie Evans. Kelly Jane Evans. Nicholas Brian Farrell. William Henry Fee Fraser. Lewis John Garton. Catherine Alexandra Gibbs. Samuel Benjamin Green. Aaron Peter Giles. Glenn Page Hallam. Samuel Tuna Kairoro Te Kikiri o Te Rangi Hapuku. Jessica Ann Hewland. Tyler Allen Hayden Holland. Kate Jeanette Hornblow. Bailey Taylor Horn. Natasha Lisa James. Etia Dean. Alex James Scott Johnston. Lewis Reese Jones. Sarah Marie Keane. Carl Nicholas Lamb. Livingston Frederick Lance Lamico. Caleb Lee King Low. Hamish Patterson Lapine. Daniel Minji Lim. Wendy Ting Zhu Lin. Philip Kim Liscombe. Sienna May Mansell. Robert Joe Martin. Taylor Michelle Mawson. Summer Pauline May Ling Maisie. Sophie Leah McClanagan. Jordan Ashley Pay McIver. Whitney Brianna Mills. Chelsea Rose Mintrom. Shanae Marie Monty. Carl Brennan Robert Morgan. Bradley John Munro. Nicole Numbia. Kaylee Neem. Catherine Ellis Proctor. Michaela Page Pullen. Zhao Xing. Zhamping Chao. Nandini R. Daniel Edmund Rance. Nicole Rose Rarity. Abby Tracy Allen Roper. Alexander Joyce Rosie. Nurul Afeni Binti Rosalie. Brian James Schofield. Jessica Brooke Schofield. Jake Michael Seeley. James Alexander Shirley. Alexander David Simpson. Lauren Kate Skinner. Matthew John Smith. Phoebe Anamiki Stallman. Petra Olivia Rose Sullivan. Liam Henry Swords. Finn Michael Sycamore. Zhe Yu Tan. Katie Jane Thompson. Jessica Georgia Tinning. Elisa Ng Ai Tiong. Curtis Matthew Tulia. Liam Johan van der Putten. Reese James Vickers. Tegan Green Fink. Angela Tao Vo. Deanna Elizabeth Watson. Leonie Faye Wilkinson. Chong Ying Yao. Yi Wen Yeo. Isaac Riyad Zarifa. Graduate Diploma in Science, Amandeep Kaur. Master of Audiology with Merit, Jan Marie McKinley. Masters of Speech and Language Pathology with distinction, Gemma Joyce Bridge. Esther Dawet. Meg Elizabeth Gibbon. Bernice Lee Kwan Go. Shelby Ann Hans. Cassidy Mary Ann Hart. Alice Littlejohns. Charlotte Ann McCulley. Sonia Constance Muller. Janine Elizabeth Smith. Rachel Mary Wilson. Catherine Rose Woodhams. Masters of Speech and Language Pathology with Merit, Ali Cecilia Finn. Ashley Jane Godby. Yuan Hua Wong. Bachelors of Speech and Language Pathology with First Class Honours, Shannon Jamie Eckersley. Sarah Wei Ling Yu. Georgia Kate Holland. Karen Jagpal. Emma Elizabeth Trofina Jeffress. Sarah Elizabeth Magtilo. Hugh William George Morrison Thomas. Emily Edith Santos Jackson. Katie Jean Sapwell. Morgan DeRose Seal. Danielle Nicola Taylor. Bachelor of Speech and Language Pathology with Second Class Honours Division 1, Zoe Marie Alexandra Hope. Bachelor of Speech and Language Pathology with Second Class Honours Division 2, Vanya Vali Pamathanan.
Honorary doctorates are awarded to UC alumni or other members of the community with whom the university has a substantial association, recognizing those who have made outstanding contributions to their field of endeavor, to the well-being and betterment of society, or to cultural development, and understanding within the wider national and international community. Ms. Elizabeth Calder, Liz, is an English editor and publisher who, during her distinguished career, has discovered some of the greatest writers of our times, including, to name a few, Salman Rushdie, Julian Barnes, and Anita Bruckner. Liz emigrated with her family from England to New Zealand in 1949 and returned to England after graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in English Literature from UC in 1958. Her gift for identifying outstanding writers saw her rise through the publishing world to become a founding director of literary giant Bloomsbury Publishing. Liz began her publishing career quite auspiciously in 1971 at Victor Gollancz by publishing Salman Rushdie's first novel, Grimus, John Irving's The World According to Garp, and Angela Carter's The Passion of New Eve. Moving to Jonathan Cape in 1979, she published Julian Barnes's first 4 novels, including Flaubert's Parrot. She then went on to publish her first 2 Booker Prize winners, Salman Rushdie's Midnight's Children and Anita Bruckner's Hôtel du Lac. In 1986, Liz co-founded Bloomsbury Publishing, and more Booker Prize-winning authors followed, with Margaret Atwood, Michael Ondaatje, and Nobel Literature Laureate Nadine Gordimer listed among the company's writers. Although she has a nose for bestsellers, publishing such runaway successes as David Gutterson's Snow Falling on Cedars in 1994, she also fostered less commercial writers, such as poet, novelist Jeanette Winterson, and art critic, novelist, poet John Berger. Accolades have flowed. Liz was named Editor of the Year at the British Book Awards in 1997, received an Order of Merit for services to culture in Brazil in 2004, was awarded an honorary doctorate by University Campus Suffolk in 2012, and was named a Commander of the Order of the British Empire, that is a CBE, in 2018. Despite her busy career, she also co-founded Women in Publishing in 1979 and served as chair of the Royal Court Theatre in London. Liz was a founder of the Groucho Club and the Orange Prize for Fiction, and in 2010 was a judge on the Orange Prize. This year, she is a judge for the 2019 Man Booker Prize for Fiction. Her love of Brazil bloomed in the 1960s and has never abated, finding expression in 2003 in the Parachi International Literary Festival in Brazil, of which she is still president. The University of Canterbury, Te Whare Waranga o Waitaha, is very proud to be associated with Liz Calder, whose work has left an indelible mark on the publishing world. Her legacy will continue well into the future, and she richly deserves receiving the award of Doctor of Letters honoris causa.
Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, officers of the University, ladies and gentlemen, and fellow graduates. First of all, my grateful thanks to the University for awarding me this honorary doctorate. It is a very great honor, and to me, a source of wonder and happy surprise. I was a student at CUC from 1956 to 1958, and I left for England shortly after graduating. My degree was awarded in absentia and posted to England, But alas, only Kim, our 2-month-old puppy, was at home to receive it. Yes, the dog ate the degree. But happily, the university has presented me this week with a copy. On May the 7th, 1949, together with my parents, my sister Jane, my brother Andrew, I, aged 11, arrived in Auckland, our family having emigrated from war-torn London to become sheep farmers in the Manawatu. We quickly cast aside our British accents and revelled in the clean air, consumed lashings of whipped cream on our cornflakes, and devoured roast lamb every Sunday. My New Zealand education got off to a rip-roaring start in Palmerston North Intermediate, then at Palmerston North Girls High School, where brilliant teachers opened our minds to the glories of poetry, biology, art, Gilbert and Sullivan, basketball, singing, and much else besides. My time at Canterbury was life-changing, as university life for an 18-year-old who has never left home is bound to be. I was introduced, more importantly, in the English department under Prof. Garrett to Virginia Woolf, Henry James, Joseph Conrad, and D.H. Lawrence, amongst others. Studying these and other great modern novelists stimulated my already well-developed passion for reading, itself encouraged by my mother, who read me the first chapters of Anne of Green Gables by L.M. Montgomery, after which I grabbed the book from her, completed reading it myself, and never looked back. Other seismic revelations followed. I fell in love with Richard Calder, sampled alcohol, became agnostic, and on a dance floor in Timaru, broke out of the traditional foxtrot hold to the heart-stopping thump of Bill Haley and his Comets, with Rock Around the Clock. Two of my fellow rockers that night are here today, Judy and Bill Unwin, still rocking together after all those years. I also fell under the spell of James K. Baxter, who was giving a reading one day in the small back room to a bunch of us, awestruck students we were, and salad days they were. Bishop Julius Hostel in Cranmer Square, under the eagle eye of Mrs. Margery, who no one will forget, vigilant guard of the airing cupboard and deterrent of young men trying to climb through our bedroom windows. Then the excitement of Bish Bash, the bath mat race, the bike race down the Avon, capping day and capping ball, the review, Hagley Park, the first coffee bars in town where we tried so hard to look like beatniks, the coffee pot, the Malando, those were the days. That I came to work in London publishing for 30 years, a job I adored that enabled me to know and to publish Janet Frame, Maurice Shadbolt, and Jane Campion, as well as Margaret Atwood, Michael Ondaatje, and others, stems directly from my Christchurch years and the New Zealand can-do spirit, which I picked up along the way. Biting off more than you can chew, and chewing it can work quite well sometimes. To have spent a lifetime with writers and their books has been an enormous privilege and my great good fortune, equaled only by the love of my dear family and friends. I'm sometimes asked what it is that makes one recognize a writer's work as something special. My answer is that it is all about the voice of the writer. What is it that stimulates that unnameable tingle that dilates the senses? Or, in the words of the poet Al Alvarez, reading imaginative literature is about listening to a voice, That voice is unlike any other you have heard, and it is speaking directly to you. Perhaps the best advice I've come across for new writers, and indeed editors, was expressed by James K. Baxter in the TLS, writing in his capacity as a reviewer. The chief factor, he said, which inhibits the growth of a young writer and prevents the rejuvenation of an exhausted veteran is lack of trust in their own powers, lack of fidelity to their own unique situation, and above all, anxious dependence on the opinion of critic and editor. The spring must run muddy before it can run clear. We may provide a channel, we do not govern the spring. I have always been proud of my New Zealand connections, and never more so than in recent weeks. In a troubled and troubling world, the Prime Minister, Jacinda Ardern, has embodied humanity, compassion, moral clarity, grace, dignity, calm, and resolve. She has been an example to all world leaders and to all the rest of us, having chosen hope over despair, resolution over dithering, life over death, creativity over destruction, and most of all, love over hate. This city has once again demonstrated those same choices to a world engulfed in the opposite impulses. My warmest congratulations to all the graduates today. What a wonderful feeling it is, and frightening too, to have your life stretching out in front of you. I'd like to leave you with a thought from the great scientist and writer, Lewis Thomas. He said, "Statistically, the very probability of any one of us being here is so small that you'd think the mere fact of existing would keep us in a contented dazzlement of surprise. May you be kept in a contented dazzlement of surprise. Kia kaha."
Please join me once again in expressing our sincere appreciation to our speaker, the University of Canterbury's newest recipient of the honorary doctorate, Elizabeth Calder, for a personal and inspiring address. Thank you. On behalf of the university, I wish to congratulate all our graduates whose achievements we celebrate today. With a qualification from this university, we are confident that, like Liz Calder, you will succeed in your career and make a difference in our society, no matter where you find yourself in the future. In recognizing your achievements, I also wish to acknowledge the important contributions of those who have supported you throughout your studies. Your whānau, your friends, your lecturers, of course, and all the staff at the university who have contributed to bringing you to this moment of great achievement. Thank you. You entered the ceremony as graduates this morning, and you now leave as graduates of the University of Canterbury. You are now part of our worldwide alumni network. Today, you are joining this network, which over 100 years has accumulated to more than 100,000. We urge you, those of you who are leaving us, to stay in touch with us through our alumni office, as we take great pride in following your successes. We also hope that you will join us at one of our alumni events that are hosted in cities across New Zealand and indeed in the rest of the world. We also perhaps anticipate that many of you will enroll with us for further qualifications if you have not already. Because as we know, in this fast-changing world, with the accelerated pace of change, new technologies, and growing complexities, all of these factors makes continuous learning and skills renewal a necessity. In conclusion, I urge you to respond to our Chancellor's challenge, to use all you have learned throughout the time you've spent with us as a student, to contribute to making the world tomorrow better than it is today. Our very best wishes to you and for your future. We have now come to the end of our formal proceedings. We will now sing Gaudeamus, the words of which are in the back of the program in English and Latin. As a way of honoring the achievements of our graduates, I ask our audience to continue standing while the academic procession and the graduates leave the auditorium. Kia ora.
Gaudeamus igitur, juvenestum sumus. Gaudeamus igitur, juvenestum sumus. Post jucundam juventutem, post molestam senectutem, nos abebitur. Nos abebitur. Vivat Academia, vivat professores, vivat Academia, vivat professores, vivat membrum quodlibet, vivat membra quilibet, semper si